Welcome to my channel. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. Nick Aldis seemingly stunned the head of the new Bloodline when he made a huge accusation against Sikoa. On SmackDown, a big breakup was hinted at. It all started with last week's chaos, where Drew McIntyre, Damian Priest, and Jacob Fatu were all involved with each other. This week, there was a rift between LA Knight and Damian Priest, and a match between Knight and Priest ended in a disqualification due to Sikoa's interference during a backstage segment. Meanwhile, Aldis informed Drew and Louisiana Knight that the US title would be at stake in a triple threat match against Damian Priest and LA Knight. Back at Backlash, Solo accused Aldis of trying to screw Jacob Fatu, while Sikoa stated that Drew McIntyre should have had the opportunity as he technically beat LA Knight last week via DQ. Aldis obliged, and the match became a fatal four-way. As a response, Nick Aldis said, "No, Solo, you are." Jacob Fat made it apparent that he didn't care how many people he defended the title against. He welcomed all comers. Solo was stunned by the accusation, and it seems like a breakup is being teased, but it may not happen just yet. Jacob Fat has taken a back seat compared to a year ago. The expression on Sikoa's face was absolutely priceless. The aftermath of WrestleMania 41 has been absolutely explosive, and things reached a whole new level this week on Friday Night SmackDown. Just when it seemed like the Bloodline, led by Sikoa, had settled into a brutal rhythm, a shocking moment involving SmackDown general manager Nick Aldis threw everything into disarray. What started as a heated confrontation escalated into accusations with jaw-dropping implications, and Solo's hold on the Bloodline began to crack. The matter that sent shockwaves around the island. Paul Heyman's typical flair was missing as he strode alone into the SmackDown arena, his shoulders slumped and his eyes darting anxiously around. Michael Cole and Wade Barrett remarked on his precarious alliance with Sikoa, and the audience sensed something was coming halfway through the show. Then, Solo, flanked by Tama Tonga and Tongaloa, entered the ring, stepped up to the mic with a resolute self-assurance, daring everyone, and particularly Cody Rhodes, to do the same. However, just as he was about to maintain his speech, unanticipated events transpired with a solemn air. The GM, clad in an all-black suit and clutching the WWE Universal title contract folder, strode confidently across the ring, commanding attention. Solo's expression remained unchanged, but his jaw clenched ever so slightly. Aldis approached Solo and uttered the words, "You're under investigation. There are allegations, Mr. Sikoa, that you have orchestrated multiple backstage assaults over the last 2 months, including the one that left Kevin Owens with a concussion in the ambush of LA Knight 2 weeks ago." The words landed like a thunderclap, causing the crowd to fall silent. "The surveillance footage is unfaltering, and rumors abound that you've been collaborating with another someone behind the scenes. It's as if someone is trying to control you, yet you've been acting alone, and he hasn't batted an eye." The camera panned in on Aldis's face, revealing a sneer that was simultaneously delighted and disdainful. "I'm the one in charge now that Roman left this island," Aldis said, dropping a final bombshell before walking off. As the show switched to a tumultuous scene backstage moments later, Solo addressed Mon, asking, "You knew about this? If these accusations stick, your position and your allies will fall faster than Roman's empire." Next week, we'll have a formal hearing. Heyman, who was obviously shaking, raised his fists and slammed them against the wall as he growled and shoved them. "I promise, Solo, I didn't say a word. I've only ever protected you. You know that." But Solo wasn't convinced. His paranoia has been building up recently, and this confrontation showed that the internal pressure cooker is about to explode. Later on the show, a camera caught Tama Tonga whispering to Tongaloa while looking sharply at Solo. Fans online have started to speculate that this is another Bloodline coup, sowing the seeds of discord. Who is the puppet master? The big question now is, if Solo isn't the one behind these attacks, then who is? Several theories are circulating in the WWE Universe. Fatu, Jacob, the long-awaited arrival of this hideous cousin, has been teased for months. Is he plotting his revenge on solo Roman Reigns, who has been absent since his WrestleMania loss? Some think he's trying to reassert his dominion by allowing Solo to crumble from within. Hello, Paul. It was not just a mic drop moment for Nick Aldis. It might have been Heyman's last betrayal, preparing Solo to fall for his new client. The wise man always comes out on top. The gamble of his career as general manager has been attempting to keep SmackDown under control for months. But with Roman out of the picture and Solo constructing a ruthless empire of his own, Aldis has mostly stayed out of it. However, last week he dove headfirst into the conflict. The blaze at next week's formal hearing. Big disclosures are expected, and Aldis has hinted that he has footage that WWE executives would find incriminating. However, what really transpires is anyone's guess. Who cares if Solo is clear? If he isn't, Aldis has become WWE's top target, and his empire is in shambles. When he defeated Angelo Dawkins for the second time in a row, Solo stood alone in the ring. In the dying stages of the match, his friends had abandoned ship. As Tama Tonga walked up the ramp without turning around, the camera panned back to Solo's face, revealing a hint of uncertainty or maybe terror as he contemplated the island's impending collapse. Last thoughts on Bloodline 2.0's conclusion. Despite the several iterations that the Bloodline has undergone in the last 3 years, the Foundation has never previously felt such a precarious state of isolation. Once the enforcer, now the self-proclaimed tribe chief, so is learning the hard way that being a target Nick comes with wearing the crown. The initial official shot may have been fired by Aldis, but what really threatens to derail the situation are the murmurs of treachery and the presence of Reigns, Fatu, and Heyman. Will Solo be able to survive the accusations? If so, next week's SmackDown might be the beginning of the end for the Bloodline's second reign.